Hello and welcome to ITV News. This is the calendar update. A teenager whose father gave 3 people what she calls the gift of life through organ donation is backing calls for more bereavement support for young people. Holly Huff's dad, Damien, died suddenly after suffering a brain aneurysm at the family dinner table. Following his death, she was supported by the Harrogate charity Just Be, which is facing a growing demand for help, as Michael Billington reports.
He was an amazing dad. He was really loving, really kind, very adventurous. Yeah, he was a really good dad. Yeah, very fun.
It's now almost 2 years since Holly lost her father Damien to a brain aneurysm. Rushed to hospital after suffering a seizure at home, his final moments with his daughter came just before the emergency surgery, from which he never recovered.
So I was holding his hand and stuff, so that was the last time I saw him, yeah. Yeah, we used to do a lot of gardening together.
Yeah.
It was the charity Just Be that helped her deal with her grief and the traumatic circumstances in which her father died.
Just talking to Emma really helped, talking about my emotions and then slowly just starting to talk about it more and more. And then I just found coping mechanisms for me and stuff, and then over time it's gotten better.
But demand for the charity's services is almost now at crisis point, according to Holly's support worker, putting ever more pressure on finances. It already costs around £1 million a year to operate.
There are quite a lot of people who walk through the door and assume that maybe we are NHS or assume that we're funded through some form of government body, but we're not. We are a charity who are growing and developing as the demand grows, but with that we need the income.
They offer so many different services and help and support, and without that some people will really struggle and they won't get the support they need, so having that there is definitely comforting for people.
Holly now wants to honour her dad's legacy not only by raising awareness of the charity that supported her, but also by highlighting the life-saving difference he made to 3 other people through organ donation.
Am I right in saying they were able to transplant his heart?
Yeah, they were, so yeah. It means a lot to us just knowing that he could have helped save someone's life. That was amazing. Gift of life, yeah.
That was Holly Huff ending that report by Michael Billington. Cannon Hall Farm in Barnsley says farmers are facing a worrying summer after the driest spring on record. It's been holding its annual sheep shearing demonstrations, and while the sheep and the new arrivals on the farm are enjoying the sunny weather, it means their food is in shorter supply.
At the moment, it's very good for sheep, right? They don't really do well in really wet weather. Now, our sheep are looking good, the feet are very sound, but the problem is the grass isn't growing. People are cutting the grass for hay at the moment. We've just cut some and we're probably 30% down on last year. It's going to affect us in the winter because when we've used all our hay up, we're going to have to buy it in. It's going to be costly for a lot of farmers.
Fire crews have been dealing with an incident at an industrial site in Barnsley. Crews were called to the site on Wunwell Lane near Starefoot Roundabout this afternoon. The road was closed in both directions for several hours while teams tackled the fire, which has since been put out. The route between Huddersfield and Leeds is being upgraded today. Overhead line equipment is being installed to allow electrification in the future, while platforms are being extended at Dewsbury Station. Track is being replaced inside Morley Tunnel. Now, all Hackney cabs in Leeds will have to offer card payments from July. The move comes as an attempt to improve passenger safety. The City Council has changed its licensing rules after fears people were being refused taxi rides after running out of cash on nights out. And finally, a new police station for Huddersfield has been given the go-ahead. Demolition work is already underway at the site of the former car dealership on Northgate. 258 members of staff are expected to be based at the new station, described as a milestone investment for policing in Kirklees. Well, that's your news. Now to Joe Blythe for today's weather.
A clear start makes way for a day of ancient discoveries. TUI sponsors ITV Yorkshire Weather.
Hello
Hello again. A changeable few days ahead weather-wise, with low pressure firmly in the driving seat. We'll see spells of showery rain, some of it heavy over the next few days and nights, accompanied by rather windy conditions certainly as well, with temperatures above average for the time of year by the end of the week, but before that feeling rather fresh. Low pressure will be driving fronts in across the UK from the west as we head through the next few days. Briefly, a few drier interludes with some brightness, but all in all, it's quite changeable through the rest of this week. Back to tonight, rain moves northwards and eastwards, and after midnight it's a little drier with perhaps 1 or 2 breaks in the cloud, a few blustery showers here and there. And temperature-wise tonight, where we see those cloud breaks, rurally down to around 8 or 9 degrees. For most of us, a drier start to the day tomorrow after that rain moves through tonight. The sun is up tomorrow at 4:48. It sets at 9:20 tomorrow evening. Bright spells across Yorkshire to start the day tomorrow, some sunshine around, but 1 or 2 showers are possible on that fairly blustery wind through tomorrow morning. Cloud will tend to increase through the day tomorrow. By the end of the afternoon, the next system's moving up from the southwest. So by the middle of the afternoon, it's pushing up south of the Humber, bringing with it some spells of wet and windy weather for tomorrow night for all of us as it moves northwards. Temperature-wise, before that, 15 or 16 Celsius, quite a fresh feel to proceedings. Windy and wet tomorrow night, that clears through. And briefly, high pressure will give us a dry day on Wednesday, if a little cloudy, highs of 17 Celsius. A boost in temperatures for Thursday and Friday, but they will be unsettled days as showers never too far away and blustery conditions as well.
TUI sponsors ITV Yorkshire Weather. Making the most of summer. Piri sponsors ITV Pollen Count.
The unsettled conditions this week will really dampen down grass pollen levels, so some relief for hay fever sufferers over the next few days. Levels will remain low across the region.
Well, that's it from me. For our next bulletin is tomorrow morning, just after 6 in Good Morning Britain. But from all of us here, enjoy the rest of your bank holiday evening. Bye-bye for now.